it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to the start of a new week, and we're going to kick off with a brand new story. And for the next, I think it's 6-7 weeks, we're going to look at the work of Prince. Born Prince Rogers Nelson on the 7th of June 1958. He was a talented singer, songwriter, musician and actor. And he has been now said that he's one of the most influential musicians of his generation. Sadly passed away in 2016. His music changes over the thing. He's done funky stuff, R&B, rock. I mean, he's a fantastic guitar player. Very underrated. I don't like all his stuff, I admit, but there are certain phases of his career that I do like. So we're going to start off at the beginning, of course, and we're going to look at the 2 albums that he released in the 1970s. Now, he was born and raised in Minneapolis and signed a record deal with Warner Brothers at the age of 18. And then soon released these 2 albums in the 70s. So, coming in at number 2 is his debut album, and it was released in 1978, and it's called For You. Now, Prince produced, arranged, composed and performed everything on this album. So the first track is a little short thing called For You. Now, it starts off a bit backwards and then it goes forwards. I think this is clever. And there's a little bit of singing in there as well. It's quite effective. Only short, but very, very effective. Which goes into the track In Love. Now, this is really funky. The keyboard work on this is fabulous. And you sort of listen to this, because I hadn't heard these early albums, to be quite honest. You think, yeah, you know where we're going with his career. It's a really well put together track, considering it's all him. Soft and Wrecked. I'm not as big fan of this. I mean, I do respect that he put everything together, but it's not a track that I really like. Then we have Crazy You. Now, the guitar work on this is really good. It's a jazzy sort of sound as well. It's got a lovely tone on it. It's a pretty good track as well. Just As Long As We're Together. His vocals are fantastic on that. You know, even at this early stage and at this early age, you could tell that there was a star in this guy. It's really strong vocal. Then we have Baby. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of this. I'm not one of these sort of tracks. It's okay if you like that sort of thing, but I don't. Then we get My Love Is Forever. Very soulful, very safe, but an excellent track. Now, my favourite track on here, and it's an outstanding track, and it's called So Blue. It's got some nice acoustic guitar on it. It's a really nice, well put together. The words are really nice, sang well, produced well. It is a super track. And then we got I'm Yours, the last track. Now, this has got a real funky bass line on it. This shows what a good guitar player was. It's a bit of funk in there, and I think this is a pretty excellent track to end the album. Now, as I said, I'd never listened to the first 2 albums until I started doing my research for this little series, and fair play to him. You know, this is a young man, and he says, right, I'll do everything. And, you know, to produce a record like this at the age he was is fantastic. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. So the number 1 album is his second album, released in 1979, and it's called Prince. Again, written, arranged, composed, produced and performed entirely by the man himself. So the first track on this one is called I Wanna Be Your Lover. Now, he's sort of taken what he did on debut and structured it really even better. Now the guitar work on this is really good. He was starting to form that sound that he was going to take forward. It's definitely got that Prince feel to it. It's an excellent little track, I think. While You Wanna Treat Me So Bad, although I'm not really into this sort of sound, I do like the structure of this song. It's more polished than on the debut album. It is really good. It's well put together, and I respect that. That's pretty good. Sexy Dancer, again, I'm not a big fan of the song, but I looked at it more objectively, and I discovered that it is a well put together. When you listen to it under the headphones, you can think, God, this man put this together. You know, he performed everything, and it sounds like he's got a band in there. It really is good for what it is. It's not a track I like, but you know, my hat goes off to him for that one. When you're dancing close and slow, love the structure. It's a fine vocal. It's a really nice song as well. Then we got With You, great vocal, well structured song. My favourite track on here is Bambi, and it's got a brilliant guitar solo on it. You listen to that and go, wow, this guy is a brilliant guitar player. He really was. And I think that's one of the best solos on this album. Still Waiting, this is a really nice song again. It's got a lovely piano piece on it and a nice guitar feel to it as well. Another really solid track. I Will Feel For You, that's a real funky sound to it. That bass is super. Good little track. It's Gonna Be Lonely. Some lovely guitar work from Prince on this. Again, well structured song and a good song to end the album. Now this album, as much as this debut was pretty solid, I think this is even better. The songs are better crafted. It just seems he was developing in the 70s that took him into the 80s, but it's a very, very good album. You know, if you've never heard this, go and have a listen to it and go, my God, this is a man, he would have been what, 19, 20, and he's done everything on the album. So hats off to him. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, I've really enjoyed doing these 70s ones, even there's only 2. Okay, there isn't a story next week because next Monday is Bank Holiday Monday and I'm having a day off. So we won't be doing any Prince until the following Monday, when we'll look at his 80s, probably one of his best periods. Okay, coming up next is a perfect side even. I'm so excited I'm saying the name of the band before I've even tell you what we're doing. And yes, it is Slade, and I'm going to pick my favourite side of Slade, which was a huge task because it's one of my favourite albums. So it was a tough cast, so join me for that. Bye for now.